Good morning, everybody. How are you all doing? Hope you're doing great today. For those of you who do not know me, this is Dr. Nandi, the crazy dude who work on math problems as well as he uploads all kinds of travel videos, short travel videos. If you get bored with my math videos, you can always watch my travel videos all around the world. Today, we are going to work hands-on Excel. I'll show you how to use Excel to do linear regression, which is part of statistics. So we are going to find the relationship between a dependent variable and an independent variable. Dependent variable is the y variable, which goes on the vertical axis, and independent variable is the variable on the horizontal axis or x-axis. The dependent variable depends on the independent variable. And we'll try to find a linear relationship or straight line relationship, either going up the hill or going down the hill between x and y using Excel. Okay, so without further ado, I'll share my computer screen with you. This is basically an Excel screen. Okay, so this is my Excel screen, and my X variable or the independent variable is the square feet. This is sizes of houses, and Y, the dependent variable, is energy expense in dollar. So as you can think that as the size of the house or the square feet inside the house increases, the energy expense goes up because more area to light up, to heat up, etc. Therefore, you can expect a positive relationship between energy expense and square feet. Positive relationship means if you draw x and y on a scatter plot, you will go up the hill. Okay, you'll go up the hill. But the question is how to do Excel. So the purpose of this presentation is to show you how to use Excel to do linear regression, to find the slope of the equation, for example, and the intercept. Okay. So, and we will also find how the strength of the relationship by finding the uh, coefficient of correlation, and also we will find the coefficient of determination. And I will explain shortly what everything means. Okay. So, first thing we can do is we can first let's go to file. Okay, assuming you do not have uh, data analysis toolpack already installed in your Excel, what you will do is you in file you go do nothing like this. So we go to file and we go to the bottom of add-ins. Okay. And it asks, what are you going to add in? So options, actually it was options. And then you're going to click on add-ins. Okay. So what are you going to add in? Of course, you are interested in data analysis tool pack. So you are looking for, so if I move this thing, okay. So you add-ins and you are going to add in. Oh, here it is. So you're going to add in Excel add-in and you're going to click on the bottom go. Okay. And data analysis tool pack will be fine and say okay. Okay. That means you have added in the data analysis tool pack. Okay. How are you so sure about it? Okay, so what you can do is you can go to data. So again, if I move this a little bit down here, and you go to data, and if you are successful, if you have been successful in the last step to add the data analysis tool back, you click on data and you see on the right over here, data analysis tool is already there. Now, first I want to do an XY scatter plot. So basically, I will highlight this and I will go to insert and I'm going to insert an XY Oh, I see one of my data point is missing. So let me see. 2172. Oh, last one is 2315, which I forgot to type in. Hmm. Okay. So I go to insert and I'm going to insert a scatter plot. So I click on this and I don't want a line per se, so I want a scatter plot, right? Um, mm, so 3D plot in 2D, 2D, 2D. Where is my scatter plot? Graph surface, foreman, there it is. Okay. So I'll do the scatter plot. So I highlighted scatter. So I went to the insert screen and I will highlight this scatter plot. And already it has made a plot of it. So it put the y-axis title, which is energy expense on the vertical axis. Remember, energy excess is y or dependent variable. So that is the title of the screen or the graph. And on the horizontal axis, you have the square feet. So you have square feet versus energy expense. And as I told you, as the size of the house will increase, you'll spend more on energy, and hence energy expense goes up with increase in size of the house, which is on the horizontal axis, or it is the independent variable, and you see this. Okay. After having done this, now you want to do the linear regression. Okay. So you go, you click on data. Okay. You click on data and then you go to the extreme right corner on data analysis and click on that. Okay. And one of the tools I believe in data analysis is regression, which you see over here. So bring your cursor on regression and hit enter and actually hit OK. And then it will ask you first for the input y range. Remember, y is the vertical column, is the dependent variable. So you'll highlight this. Okay, input y range, and then it asks for input x range. You highlight here. Okay, and then it asks for labels. Yes, you have labels on the first row. So click on the labels. That way it will know that these are titles or labels of X and Y. Okay. So I did it like this. I did the X as the first column, Y as the second column. X is the independent variable, Y is the dependent variable. You can do it otherwise as long as you tell the calc tell the computer when you're doing the Excel calculation which is Y variable and which is X variable. That is, which column is y variable. In my case, y variable is in the B column. Look, it is in the B column, and my x variable is in the A column. Okay, and that should do it. I can do the residual if I want, but residual. So you ask me what is residual? Okay, residual is assuming the linear regression equation is true. For each value of x, you will predict a value of y. So the difference between the actual y and the predicted y is the residual. Of course, your goal will be to keep the residual as small as possible because you want the prediction of value to be close to the actual y value. Let's just click on the residuals just like that. So again, the residual is the difference between the actual y and the predicted y. You want that residual to be as small as possible. Okay. So we have done this. So let's move this up here. Okay. And then that's it. And we click on OK. And normal, we don't want new worksheet. I have clicked on the new worksheet. It automatically clicks on new worksheet. Okay. And I click hit OK. Okay. So here it is. Let me click on this just to open everything up. So what you are interested in is first the equation of the line. So if you look at regression and if you look at this last table, intercept is the first value. So the equation is becoming y is equal to, your intercept is 1062. I'm just copying the value 1062.405. Okay. That is your intercept coming from here. Okay. That's your intercept. And then your slope is 0.36. So y is equal to 10,000. Let's keep it two places of decimal. So 0.41 plus 0.36 x. Okay, so that's your equation. And if you want to see it, let's say click on that. Okay, so that is it. That is the, let me see. Uh, so it will be plus. Okay, so I made a mistake. Plus is on top of that. Okay, so that's your equation. Y is equal to 1062.41. That is the intercept, came from here. And the slope is 0.36x. 0.36 is the slope. Now you're asking about R. So what is the value of R? It's given over here. So correlation coefficient. How many places you go? You can go three places. Correlation coefficient, or R, is 0.9799. Maybe you can round it up to the R is equal to 0.98, because it was 9799. Okay. And what is your R square value? That's correlation coefficient is R. Okay. Correlation coefficient is R. And coefficient of determination is the R square value. And you multiply it by 100. Coefficient of determination is R squared. And that value is given over here. Adjusted R square is 0.96. Okay. Is equal to 0.96. Okay. So correlation coefficient of 98 means a strong linear relationship between x and y. Relationship between x and y, because it's so close to 1 between x and y. And determination coefficient of determination of 0.98 means 98% of the variation in y can be explained by the linear regression model, or can be explained by the variation in x. Some people call it that way. That is your coefficient of determination. So it is 0.98. I multiplied it by 100%, shifted the decimal two places to the right, 98% of the variation. And it seems like a strong relationship between x and a y. I'm wondering if it calculated the residuals. Yes, here is the residuals. Look at the residuals. Some of them are negative, some of them are positive. Okay, so it's a even distribution of negative and positive, which means I'm looking at this last column of residual. Again, what is residual? It is this predicted values, actual value minus the actual cost minus the predicted cost is the residual. And residual in this case, in that column, I see some negative values and some positive values. So that means the model is strong between x and y. The linear relationship between x and y is strong, and the equation is given by the intercept, which is over here. Okay, and the slope is over here, okay, which I wrote in the top as y equal to, the intercept is 1082.41, you might say, plus the slope is 0.36 times x. Okay, so, and I also calculated, or copied the value of R, coefficient of determine coefficient correlation coefficient. R is the correlation coefficient, and also got the coefficient of determination. Only for coefficient of determination, I multiplied by 100% to convert it to a percent. That is the percent of the variation in Y can be explained by variation in X. I'm going to stop here. You may have some questions. Please do not hesitate to shoot me a question in the comments area. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. That really motivates me. And share this video with your friends, you and your friends. Please subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button on the bottom right corner. At the same time, click on the bell button. That will notify you every time I upload a new video. Hey, again, if you get bored, you can always watch some of my travel videos. They're short videos. Okay, thanks for watching. Take care. Have a nice day, and please do not forget to check me out tomorrow.